Hello, and welcome to another episode of The Naked Truth. I'm your host, Dr. Tracy Andrews. I want to thank you for tuning in with us again on today. I'm so excited about The Naked Truth and want you to know that beginning next week, right after Labor Day, you can go into the Google Apple Store, and you can go on and download the app, The Naked Truth. So we want to thank you for all that you're doing. Thank you for your clicks, your likes, your downloads. Thank you for all that you're doing. And let's keep it 100. Let's keep it real. Once again, today we want to talk about a subject that I know that many of you are contemplating and thinking about it. I had a few of my clergy friends. We had conversation about this. So I thought it would be a good topic for The Naked Truth. And today we want to talk about this. Are we on the brink of civil war in America? Once again, I ask the question, are we on the brink of civil war in America? Well, why you say that, Dr. Andrews? I say that because look like we have two opposing sides in America. We have the pro-Trump group and we have the pro-Biden group. And I want to tell you this, look, with all of the violence that's going on in America with the police officers, look like black folk are dying at the hands of our law enforcement officers. Black folks are dying at the hands of black folk, and black folk just dying. And I'm telling you right now, this is raising major concern in our neighborhoods, in our communities. When I look at the death rate in Chicago, New York, okay, when I look at, what's happening to our young black men, man, it's disappointing. But I want to say this before we go any further. When you look at the previous Civil War, America was basically in the same position it's in right now. Think about it. The Civil War of 1863 came about, the Civil War of 1861, let's back it up. 1861 came about 1 month after Abraham Lincoln was inaugurated president of the United States. You had your first shots at Fort Sumter down in North Carolina. So I want to think about it. The first Civil War was fought because of enslavement of black folk. Let's just put it where it is. Right now today, President Trump is telling his constituents that if Biden is elected, then they're about to lose the suburbs. What does that mean anyway? Does that mean that, black folk are about to infiltrate the suburbs? We're about to start living there and we're going to commingle with white folk? What exactly are you saying when you tell your constituents on national TV in your group that they're going to lose the suburbs? To me, that, what you're doing is fear mongering. You're making people believe that, we're not going to be safe. Another thing that he's saying is that, we're going to, not we, but the Democrats are going to take away his constituents' right to bear arms, the Second Amendment, and so look at what happened in the last year or 2, 3 years. People have been stockpiling guns. The NRA, people thinking that if the people on the far left get in office, then, we're going to take away all of the guns from other folk. So look at how things are so similar now in 2020 and the way they were in 1861 when Abraham Lincoln became president of the United States. Then we have the brother Jacob Blake. Man, this brother's been shot 7 times, paralyzed. Ain't nobody raising that kind of money for him. And we living in a divided America. And I don't want to be the prophet of doom, but I'm just telling you the way it is right now. You have some people who believe that if Donald Trump lose this election, then they will lose America. That's really what it's all about. But I want to tell y'all, listen, we have to keep it 100, keep it real over here. There have been so many people who have downplayed what we know is the biggest lie in America, and that is that African Americans only make up 17% of the population in America. Come on, man. We're smarter than that. We know better. I just had a conversation with a young lady who's actually working with the Census this year. And during our conversation this week, she said to me, hey, Dr. Andrews, out of every 5 people that I try to get to take the African American people, let me rephrase that. Out of every 5 black folk that I come into contact with, only one of them will actually complete the census. That's telling me that's 20%. And I'm just talking about here in East Texas. I don't know what it is all over America, but 1 out of 5, that's only 20% of black folk and if you're using the census to determine what's our percentage in the population, man, that's crazy, that's ludicrous. And then you say, why won't black folk fill out the census? There are a lot of reasons. And I'll just keep it 100 with you. Number one, they wanted by the police. They are warrants. Ain't nobody about to fill out no census. And you got to have tickets, you have traffic tickets, disturbing the peace warrant. Let's just be realistic, man. A lot of folks have warrants they are not going to fill out. A lot of them are wanted for child support. And I'm just keeping it 100 with you. There are various reasons why many black folk, and then there are a lot of black folk who just don't trust white folk. And they believe that if they give up all of their information, then somehow that information that they give up on the census will be used against them. Come on, man, let's just keep it 100. But I'm telling you, let's go back. Hey, look, are we on the brink of civil war in America? Every day we get closer and closer to this election. Right now we're going into the Labor Day weekend. After Labor Day weekend, man, just about every poll is going to be open. I want to encourage you, get out to the polls, bring your family, bring your friend, bring Ray, Pookie, Sabrina, okay, whoever, bring them out with you and y'all go out and vote. Man, when you think about all the hell, the killing that took place, in order to give us the right to vote. Do you know how many people were lynched? I'm talking about hung, man, their arms tied behind their back, feet tied up, and dropped out of trees. Okay? A strange fruit. You know how many people died, man? These people were burned at the stake just for trying to go to vote. So don't ever downplay voting and think that it's not important. When you live in a democracy, that's who control the power. People who control the vote, they control the power. That's why I always say, that's why so many of us are disenfranchised. Soon as we commit a crime, they try to ban you for life. You can't vote no more. You're not really a part of society anymore. And once you get a felony conviction, like I have, man, look, your life is just about over as far as you trying to be what you want to be. You have to fight like hell to continue to rise in America with a felony. And if you black, that's triple trouble. But I'm telling you, man, look, the only way that we're going to change things, and I want to say this before I close out this broadcast. Listen, I want to say this. All of this marching, burning down buildings, burning up the police cars and all that, I'm not for it. I'm not with it. I'm not for it. I'm sorry. I know some of you may not like that. You may have to, get me off your channel or whatever. But I'm telling you, that is not the way we make change in America. The way we make change in America is when we get up, go to the polls, and go vote. And I'm going to say this, one more, y'all know I'm a Baptist preacher too. I can't close out with just saying I'm closing and close. So I want to say this to us too. When you think about voting, man, look, we have to vote. We must vote. That's the only way that we can make change is if we vote. And while I know that no elections are going to be completely honest, folk going to hide ballots, they're going to burn ballots, they're going to get rid of duffel bags of ballots and all that, still, we need to go out and vote. So my brothers and sisters, from The Naked Truth, I'm Dr. Trace Andrews, your host. Thank you for joining us again on today. I look forward to seeing you again this Tuesday, right after Labor Day. So until then, keep it real and love you. Have a great day. This is The Naked Truth, Dr. Trace Andrews.